Have you ever seen someone eat raw seal meat? No cooking, no frying, no seasoning, just a cold blade slicing through the thick skin, and then a fresh, red piece of meat, still dripping with blood, lifted straight to the lips. Too many. It's a disturbing sight. But in Greenland, amid the ice and cold so severe that even time feels frozen, it's completely normal. More than that, it's part of the soul of the Inuit people. The northern winds cut through flesh like knives. Temperatures can drop below -40°C. Everything, the ground, the sea, the sky, is frozen solid. In a place where no crops can grow, where a hot meal is a luxury, people eat to survive, not for pleasure. Raw meat, fresh blood, seal fat, whale organs. These are not delicacies, they are life itself. The energy that has kept the Inuit alive for thousands of years in this endless white world. When a seal is hunted, it is not just food, it is nature's sacrifice. The meat is shared among the entire community, and the hunter who made the first strike cuts out the warm, red liver, the richest source of vitamins and energy, and eats it on the spot. They believe that consuming it fresh allows them to absorb the animal's strength and spirit. A sacred act connecting human and nature, life and death. But behind this ritual lies an extraordinary scientific truth. In a land where extreme cold makes cooking nearly impossible, raw meat is the only way for the Inuit to get enough vitamin C, a deficiency of which would slowly kill any human. Over centuries, this raw diet became not just survival, but adaptation, shaping their biology to thrive in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Where we see a boundary between eating and savagery, they see balance with nature. No waste, no greed, no killing for pride. They hunt to live, eat to give thanks, and exist as a part of nature's endless cycle. Why do they eat raw meat? Is it tradition, survival, or the result of thousands of years of evolution? That question isn't just about the people of Greenland. It's about us. While the modern world fears blood, cold, and the rawness of nature, they live within it, among it, and because of it. In the far north of the world, where the map fades into pure white, lies Greenland, a land blanketed in snow year-round, where the sun disappears for months in winter and never sets in summer. Seen from above, Greenland resembles a vast mirror of ice, reflecting the cold, pale light of the Arctic. It is not only a land of wind and frost, but also a symbol of humanity's purest form of survival. Here, the growing season lasts only a few brief weeks each year. There are no forests, no farmlands, no fresh fruits or vegetables. Fresh food is a luxury, and hunting has become an art of endurance. In this unforgiving environment, the Inuit, the native people of Greenland, have survived for thousands of years. Thanks to their extraordinary ability to adapt to nature, the Inuit do not live against nature, they live with it. When the ground freezes, they hunt on the sea. When snowstorms rise, they take shelter in small snow houses called igloos. Every day is a struggle, yet also a song of harmony between humankind and the wild power of the earth. The seal, a creature that seems to embody the cold and solitude of the Arctic, is, in fact, the heart of their survival. Its meat provides energy, its fat keeps the body warm, its skin becomes clothing, and even its bones are shaped into tools. Nothing is wasted. For the Inuit, hunting is a ritual, eating is an act of gratitude, and survival itself is a sacred belief. Picture an Inuit hunter standing on the frozen sea, spear in hand, eyes fixed on a small breathing hole in the ice, waiting for a seal to surface. It is a moment suspended in time, a reflection of thousands of years of history. A single mistake could mean death, yet it is here, in this frozen silence, that the Inuit have written their story of resilience and perfect harmony with nature. Greenland, where the cold cuts to the bone, where life flickers like a fragile flame in a blizzard, is the cradle of one of the oldest living cultures on Earth. Here, the Inuit have learned not only how to survive, but how to respect everything that sustains them, the sea, the ice, and the spirits of the animals they hunt. To them, every piece of meat is more than food, it is gratitude, a connection between humankind and the boundless natural world. In the icy wilderness of Greenland, where winds howl across endless white plains and the sun graces the sky for only a few hours a day. A meal is more than nourishment. It is a ritual of survival. In this world, seal meat is not merely food. It is breath. It is heartbeat. It is life itself. The Inuit can sit right upon the ice, slicing pieces of warm, red seal meat fresh from the hunt, or cupping their hands to catch the hot blood as it flows from the animal's body. They eat it raw, no cooking, no seasoning, no fire. To us, it may seem unimaginable, but to them, it is tradition, culture, and a way of honoring both nature and their own bodies. In the bone-freezing Arctic cold, cooking is a luxury. Fuel is scarce, fresh food is rare, and any hot meal turns cold within minutes. Yet surprisingly, eating raw is not an act of desperation. It is the key to survival. Seal meat and blood are rich in vitamin C, omega-3, iron, and essential energy, nutrients that would be lost if the meat were cooked, but which protect the Inuit from scurvy, disease, and the deadly chill. Each seal that is caught does not belong to one person, but to the whole community. The hunter is merely the bridge between sea and land, between nature and humankind. When a seal falls, the entire village gathers, sharing its gift, meat for the elders, liver for the hunter, fat for the children, and blood for pregnant women to restore their strength. Not a single drop is wasted. They hunt only what they need, eat with gratitude, and believe the spirit of the seal returns to the sea to be reborn. For the Inuit, eating raw seal meat is not cruelty, it is communion. They believe that by consuming it raw, they absorb the strength of the sea, the endurance of the snow, and the spirit of life that has survived for millennia in this frozen world. It is a truth that astonishes the modern mind. In a place where humans should not be able to live, they not only survive, they flourish, preserving their culture through every slice of meat, every drop of blood. To the Inuit, eating raw meat is not barbaric. It is a way of giving thanks to the earth, a reminder that humanity can live in harmony with nature, even in its harshest form. In the frigid expanse of the Arctic North, where temperatures can plunge below -40 Celsius and the ground remains frozen year-round, every meal for the Inuit is more than a habit. It is a biological battle for survival. With no vegetable, no fruits, and almost nothing that can grow beneath the heavy layers of ice, the human body must find another source of energy, and nature has provided its answer: seal meat. Within every dark red fiber and thick layer of blubber, the seal carries immense stores of protein, calories, and omega-3 fatty acids, enough to sustain strength and warmth amid the brutal Arctic winds. Just a few slices of raw seal meat can fuel an Inuit hunter through an entire day. In sub-zero temperatures, to the Inuit, this is not just food, it is life itself, the blood of the sea, flowing through their veins. What's remarkable is that the Inuit eat their meat raw or only lightly cooked, not because they seek flavor, but because they understand, in the wisdom passed down from their ancestors, that overcooking destroys what is most precious. Many essential vitamins and minerals, especially vitamin A in the seal's liver, vitamin C in fresh meat, and omega-3 in the fat, are destroyed by high heat. Eating raw preserves these vital nutrients, the very difference in such a harsh world between life and death. To the modern body accustomed to temperate climates, this diet may seem extreme, but for the Inuit, it is the product of biological adaptation refined over thousands of years. Studies show that their genes have evolved to process high levels of animal fat while maintaining healthy hearts, a living testament to how humans and nature evolved together in the pursuit of survival. Yet, science alone does not explain it. In Inuit belief, raw meat and blood carry the spirit of the sea, a warm, vital energy that makes them stronger, more enduring, more alive than Western food, which they call Kalanat food. The elders say, when we eat raw meat, the sea recognizes us. But when we eat Kalanat food, our bodies grow cold. Perhaps that is why, through countless generations, they have preserved this tradition, not only for survival, but from a faith that true life resides in what is still warm, still flowing, still alive with the soul of nature itself. For the Inuit, Eating has never been merely about filling the stomach. In a land where nature's harshness can take a life at any moment, every meal is a sacred ritual, a thread connecting the individual, the community, and the vast natural world around them. When a seal is hunted, it is not a personal triumph, it is a gift from the sea. The hunter cuts a small piece of meat and eats it on the spot. As a gesture of gratitude to the spirit of the animal, the rest is shared among everyone. No one is left out. In Inuit culture, a seal belongs to all and to no one. The elders, the children, the women, even strangers, all are given a share. This act of sharing is not only about unity, but also about maintaining balance between humans and nature. There are no restaurants, no banquet tables. They gather on the snow, slicing meat with stone knives, passing around pieces of still warm flesh. Laughter mingles with the wind, alongside quiet wishes for peace and safety. It is not savagery, it is culture, humble yet profound. To outsiders, the sight of people eating raw meat or drinking seal blood may seem shocking. But for the Inuit, eating raw does not mean primitive. It is the highest form of respect for life. They believe the spirit of the animal still lingers, and by consuming it in its purest form, they become one with the circle of life. They kill to live, but they live in gratitude, a philosophy passed down through thousands of years. The modern world often looks through a lens clouded by cultural distance. What we see as strange, they see as sacred. What we call extreme, they call reverence. In the brutal Arctic, where nothing is wasted, every piece of meat and every drop of blood is a blessing, a gift of life itself. For the Inuit, eating is not just about survival. They eat to connect with the sea, the sky, their ancestors, and one another. So when you see them sharing pieces of crimson seal meat upon the white snow, try to look through different eyes. It is not a difference to be judged, but a beautiful portrait of harmony between humankind and nature. In a place where life is as fragile as a flame in a storm, respect is what keeps them alive. As the cold evening winds sweep across the white ice of Greenland, the Inuit gather together, sharing pieces of fresh, still warm seal meat. To them, this is more than a meal. It is part of their soul, where humanity, nature, and ancestry come together in every breath. From the outside, the act of eating raw meat may seem shocking, but when we understand their history and the harshness of their environment, we realize that this is not barbarism, it is wisdom, it is survival, it is a way of preserving a sacred connection with the natural world, in a place where life endures only through respect and sharing. Every piece of meat, every drop of blood, carries the profound meaning of gratitude. This world is vast, and there is no single standard for culture or beauty. Every land, every people, finds its own way to survive, to love, to connect. The Inuit do not eat raw seal meat to defy the world. They do it to honor the tradition that has sustained them for thousands of years. The world is vast, with countless ways of eating and living, and each, no matter how unfamiliar, carries its own reason, its own value, and its own beauty. Where we learn to look with understanding instead of judgment, we see more than a custom, we see the strength of the human spirit, to live, to adapt, and to honor life in its own way. If you found the story of the Inuit and their unique food culture fascinating, then join me as we continue our journey to explore this world, where every land, every dish, holds a soul and a story about life itself. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next videos where together we'll step beyond the borders of the familiar and discover cultures that are both strange and deeply meaningful. The world still holds countless untold stories, and this journey will continue right here with you.